Now, high drama has unfolded as bulldozers rolled into Shaheen Bagh, which was also the center of the massive protest against the Citizenship Amendment Law. Bulldozers rolled into Shaheen Bagh for anti-encroachment drive. Residents of Shaheen Bagh protested as the South Delhi Municipal Corporation launched its anti-encroachment drive with the help of Delhi police personnel. In fact, locals were seen sitting on roads, stopping bulldozers that were bought for the demolition drive. Locals say that there's no illegal construction and they won't let the anti-encroachment drive happen. Police during the crackdown have also detained many protesters. The SDMC has prepared a 10-day action plan to remove the encroachment from several areas, including Shaheen Bagh. However, after much of the commotion and the locals with conviction saying that none of those establishments are illegal, it seems like the bulldozers withdrew and left the site.
I'm trying to get you as many perspectives and angles. What you see here is a multi-layered security and a bulldozer and then the illegal structure. So this is the bus where anyone who is going to break law and order will be detained. So multi-layered security of women personnel, male personnel of Delhi police, then the bulldozer, the JCB, and then the illegal structure allegedly that they are going to now start to demolish. So we are trying to show you exactly how Shaheen Bagh area looks like. Now every time you think of Shaheen Bagh, remember of course the recent reason it was in news was primarily because of the anti-CAA protest that had been here. Now we'll try and cooperate with the police personnel as well, as they're not letting us go very towards the location of the site. But unlike Jahangirpur, I can tell you it's complete commotion in Shaheen Bagh. And, you know, a lot of push and shove by the angry locals here. As you can see, again, Ashok, show to our viewers how there is sloganeering taking place as well by the people. And bulldozer starts to demolish. Take a look at that. Ashok, show to our viewers of how finally the bulldozer is starting to demolish the first structure. This is under, of course, the orders and the plan of the MCD. Now, according to the MCD, this had been in the plan. It is not immediate. It is not a coincidence. The anti-encroachment drive was being planned for the past few days. But because of looking at law and order situation and whether they had enough deployment as well, they were not yet sure. But right now, they have decided to go ahead with it. That is likely to be the first building that we saw where allegedly the illegal structure is going to be pulled down. There is some conversation that is taking place. Ashok Behnot will show us the MCD officials who are talking and are discussing how to go ahead with the plan. But the police has tried to barricade the area and have tried to ensure that it does happen as peacefully as possible here. चाचा क्या हुआ? ये बुलडोजर तो आया, कुछ डेमोलिश तो नहीं किया उसने?
बुलडोजर आया, बुलडोजर तो जो है ना, जो वोट जो है ना, वोटरों को खुश करने के लिए जो है ना बुलडोजर आया है। अच्छा। यहाँ ऐसी कोई जगह नहीं है जो बुलडोजर चले।
इलीगल नहीं है
ना, कोई जगह नहीं है यहाँ सारी की सारी जगह जो है लोगों ने जमीन खरीद रखी है किसानों से और बना रखी। 1700 कुछ कॉलोनियाँ इस तरह की है।
आज कुछ गलत है ही नहीं तो गलत क्यों करेंगे? जो दुकान थी 150 दुकान थी वो तो ईद वाले चांद रात को ही उठा लिया यहाँ से। फिर यहाँ कोई भीड़ भाड़ है ही नहीं, ये तो अफवाह उड़ा रखा है।
क्या यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं था इलीगल, फिर क्यों आई?
वही तो आप लोग बताएंगे, एमसीडी बताएगी ना कि क्यों नहीं है, क्यों नहीं है यार। अगर नहीं है तो ये अच्छी बात है। नहीं
अच्छी बात है,
बहुत अच्छी बात है।
लेकिन फिर आपको क्यों लगता है कि क्यों आए, फिर आए क्यों यहाँ पर?
जो गलत है वो गलत है, वो इसका कोई भी साथ नहीं देगा, हम भी नहीं देंगे, कोई भी नहीं देगा। अगर गलत है तो आप सब कोई साथ देगा यहाँ पे। अगर एक आदमी भी जिससे भी पूछ लीजिए कि जो अगर उन्होंने हटाया वहाँ पे वो गलत था तो गलत था।
ये सिर्फ इलेक्शन जो आ रहे हैं इसके लिए इन्होंने करा है, राजनीति के लिए, सिर्फ आम आदमी को घटाने के लिए कि ये इस वजह से जो है हम जीत जाएंगे, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होने का।
हम असंवैधानिक बुलडोजर को नहीं चलने देंगे यहाँ पर। अचानक आपको याद आया कि शाहीन बाग में अतिक्रमण है, अवैध अतिक्रमण है। अगर आप किसी अमीर की लग्जरी को अगर आप हटाते हैं, हम वेलकम करते हैं। अमीर की लग्जरी को हटाइए, गरीब का रोजगार और छत देंगे हमारे ऊपर पहले चलाइए, पहले हमारे ऊपर चलाना होगा, उसके बाद आप किसी के ऊपर चलाइएगा।
15 साल का इंक्रोचमेंट दिखाई देता है। एमसीडी 15 साल में कहाँ हो रही थी? 18 तारीख को कार्यकाल खत्म हो रहा है तो इंक्रोचमेंट दिखाई देता है। हम लोग यहाँ की रोजगार नहीं चलने देंगे, बिल्कुल नहीं चलने देंगे।
भारत में डेमोक्रेसी है। डेमोक्रेसी ये कहती है कि सबको सबका अधिकार मिले। मैं कह रहा हूँ कि दिल्ली के अंदर 1639 कॉलोनीज हैं, आप सब पर अटैक कीजिए, हर महीने हर साल शाहीन बाग शाहीन बाग। मैं भारत के राष्ट्रपति जी को कहना चाहता हूँ, आप भारत के मुसलमान को कोई जमीन पर जलता हुआ चिराग न समझे कि आएंगे बुझा देंगे। हम भारत के नागरिक हैं।
All right, let me quickly cut across to Tejashree Purandare, who's right there at the spot in Shaheen Bagh. Tejashree, we know that the bulldozers have pulled back, but of course the apprehension still remains. It's a point of worry for the locals there that the bulldozers might just return to carry out their encroachment drive. But nonetheless, we saw that many of those locals said with conviction that none of those establishments were illegal, which is why it was almost a loss of face for the MCD. What's the real situation on ground now?
See, as of now, talking about the situation is that the bulldozers have returned back. There was a massive police deployment over here. CRPF police persons was deployed. Women CRPF police persons were deployed. They were evacuating the area. Barricades were put. But now the entire area is now, no police is standing over here. The bulldozers have left. And now you can see that Shaheen Bagh, the people have come back over here, standing here in the epicenter where this, the entire demolition drive was set to take place. And let me show our viewers the direct visuals from where the demolition drive was set to take place. And the big development which we saw is the Supreme Court on Monday refused to intervene in the Shaheen Bagh anti-encroachment drive. Hours after bulldozer rolled in and out of the Delhi neighbourhood amid protest by hundreds of locals. And now what Supreme Court is making a point over here that they will not intervene in the matter if the petition is filed by the political parties. Supreme Court said that if the affected party files the petition, then only they will hear the matter, and that too, the affected party has to go to the Supreme Court. We'll try to speak to a few people here in the Shaheen Bagh and ask them that will they approach the court? Will you approach the court? Will you approach the Delhi court? क्या आप कोर्ट जाएंगे?
देखिए, definitely not. Every person is bound with law. Even a prime minister is bound with law. तो जो भी कोर्ट का फैसला होगा हम उसका सम्मान करते हैं, चाहे वो अतिक्रमण हटाने पे हो, चाहे वो बुलडोजर चलाने पे हो, चाहे वो किसी चीज पे हो। लेकिन अगर आप भी यहाँ से वहाँ तक देखेंगी तो आपको नजर आएगा कि रोड यहाँ से अच्छी खासी दूर।
You stay in Shaheen Bagh? Are you a resident of Shaheen?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, मैं यहीं शाहीन बाग में रहता हूँ। और रोड जो है अच्छी खासी दूर है और ये कई दशकों से दुकानें जो हैं, दुकानें का इनफैक्ट बड़े बड़े ब्रांडेड शोरूम है जिसमें लुइस फिलिप है, वैन यूजन है, करीम से बहुत सारे बड़े बड़े शोरूम्स है। तो कोई भी बड़ा ब्रांड अगर आता है तो वो अतिक्रमण वाली जगह पे तो नहीं आता, छोटी मोटी दुकान आ जाए तो आ जाए। लेकिन हम लोग फिर भी कोर्ट का सम्मान करते हैं। अगर कहीं अतिक्रमण है तो हमें प्रॉपर नोटिस दिया जाए, हमें समय दिया जाए, हमें बुलडोजर के पंजे से डराया ना जाए।
So what court has said that आप लोग यदि approach करते हैं?
Thank you very much for joining us on that. Of course, the locals there at the moment quite agitated and upset that this was an attempt to try and target them, considering they belong to a certain community. That was what the opposition members said. Many of the locals also echoing the same sentiment, that it was an attempt to scare and target a certain community. In fact, many of them sat there in dharna, almost protesting against the MCD and blocking off those bulldozers from carrying out the anti-encroachment drive. And also raise slogans and question the MCD to show them what exactly is illegal. If it is illegal, then prove to us that these properties are illegal. They claim that they had proof to show that this was legal, but nonetheless, the MCD eventually, after much of the protest, had to return. Now, we're looking at the Supreme Court, on the other hand, who's now refused to intervene in the Shaheen Bagh demolition drive. Remember, you had the opposition party, especially the left, the CPIM, who had approached court along with other civic bodies, a few activist organizations, including the Hawkers Association, who approached the Supreme Court, calling this a grave violation to natural rights. In fact, the court said, after taking a look at that petition, that there was no aggrieved party who had pleaded before court, and therefore the court is not within the jurisdiction to intervene. That the Supreme Court also pulling up the political parties, saying don't make the Supreme Court a platform for politics. The apex court objected to a political party approaching the court instead of the aggrieved parties from Shaheen Bagh. It said that the court shouldn't be used as a platform for politics, and eventually the left had to withdraw its petition. The apex court further added that only persons affected by the razing should come to court and seek relief if they must.